13 years, cheating, lying, and manipulation. Can love really survive this kind of betrayal? Here's the story of Eric and Carol and the truth about who's really worse in this toxic relationship. So here's a story about a couple, Eric, male, and Carol, female, who started dating during sophomore year of high school. Fast forward 13 years later, and somehow they're still together, or at least were. Let's rewind to the beginning. From the start, their relationship was rocky. Eric cheated and lied multiple times during the first 3 years. Carol, feeling betrayed and hurt, eventually stopped seeing cheating as wrong. She decided to do it too. Around her first job, she met a guy, let's call him Jay, and they got really close. Eric, during this time, was working multiple jobs while Carol was in college. They barely saw each other. But somehow Carol found time to sneak away to Jay's house, lying to Eric by saying she was at a classmate's. By their 5-year mark, a mutual friend spilled the tea to Eric. Carol had been cheating, and all her friends knew. Eric was devastated. Carol happened to be out of the country at the time, so Eric tried interrogating her friends, but no one confirmed anything. Still, Eric knew. So what did he do? He flew overseas to fix things with Carol, and they came back to the United States like nothing happened. 2 years later, Eric caught Carol cheating again. He saw a message pop up on her Apple Watch. While she was in the bathroom, just a casual "I love you" from some guy. Carol rushed to delete the message and gave the most ridiculous excuse. "It's just my gamer friend from Overcooked." Mind you, Overcooked is on Switch and there's no voice text chat. Somehow, Eric bought it, or maybe he just didn't want to deal with it, and forgave her again. Another 2 years go by, and here comes the worst cheating incident yet. This time. Carol was dating Jay again, going on full-on dates and using her friends as an alibi. When Eric went back to his home country, Carol got bold. She brought Jay into her home and spent a lot of time with him, since her family was also out of town. Then, near the end of the year, Jay told Carol he got someone else pregnant and wanted to cut ties. Carol was devastated. She cried for a week, even on Christmas, heartbroken that Jay was leaving her, but still couldn't let go of Eric. She loved Eric for the stability and what he could provide, but loved Jay for the thrill. After that, Carol spiraled. She became increasingly paranoid and started projecting her guilt onto Eric. Any time he went on vacation without her, she'd pick fights, accuse him of cheating, and act hostile. Earlier this year, one of Eric's friends finally told him the truth. Carol had been at their house crying about how she loved someone, Jay, who didn't love her back and left her for another woman. Eric sat with that information for weeks while Carol was still vacationing. When she returned, Eric confronted her, but got nothing. So he did what he probably should have done years ago. He broke up with her. But wait, it gets crazier. Carol went off the rails after the breakup. Here's what she did. Stalked him at his gym, spied on him from her window. They live close to each other. Blew up his phone with texts and calls, contacted his friends constantly trying to figure out where he was, asked his friends to lie to him to get his location, showed up at his house repeatedly, used a housemate's cat as an excuse to drop by best one yet, barged into his house at 2 a.m., threatening to kill herself if he didn't come back to her, and still, yes, still, this story doesn't. And there, 3 months later, she convinced one of Eric's friends to talk him into going on vacation with her, fully paid by her, to prove she'd do anything to win him back. 4 months later, they went to Japan together, with friends, playing pretend like they're still a couple. 5 months later, they're going on dates again. So now I ask you, Reddit, am I crazy for thinking Eric has absolutely no spine? Is he insane for still being in love with Carol after everything she did? Because to me, Carol might be manipulative and toxic, but Eric? He might be worse for knowingly accepting it over and over again. Thoughts? Have you ever been stuck in a toxic relationship like this? Share your thoughts or stories in the comments below and make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more real-life stories.